Hello and welcome to Learnify English. Imagine this. You are in a new country. You are standing at the airport. People are speaking in English all around you. You want to ask for help, buy something, or find your hotel. But you don't know the right words to say. That can feel stressful, right? Today, we are going to fix that. In this video, I will teach you the most important English phrases for travel. These are simple, clear, and powerful sentences that you can use in real life at the airport, in a taxi, at a hotel, in restaurants, and more. By the end of this lesson, you will feel confident. You will be ready to speak English when you travel. You will not have to search for words. The right phrase will come to you quickly, and you will speak naturally. If this is your first time here, welcome to Learnify English. I am your teacher, and my mission is to make English simple, clear, and fun for you. On this channel, you will find lessons for speaking, listening, vocabulary, pronunciation, and real-life English situations. If you enjoy this lesson, please click like on this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to Learnify English. Your support helps me create more free lessons for learners all over the world. And when you subscribe, you will not miss any of my new videos. Before we start, remember one important thing. Learning English for travel is not just about knowing words. It is about communication. You do not need to speak perfectly. You only need to speak clearly enough so people understand you. In this lesson, I will speak slowly and clearly so you can repeat after me. I will also explain the meaning of each phrase and give you real-life examples. We will go step by step. First, we will learn phrases for the airport. Then, we will move to transportation, like buses, trains, and taxis. After that, we will learn hotel check-in phrases, restaurant phrases, shopping phrases, asking for directions, and emergency situations. By the end, you will have a complete travel English toolkit. At the airport, basic check-in phrases. Let's start with the airport. When you arrive at the airport to take a flight, you usually need to check in. The check-in counter is where you give your passport, ticket, and luggage. Here are some important phrases you can use. Hello, I'd like to check in, please. This is polite and clear. You can say this when you arrive at the counter. I have a reservation. This means you already booked your flight. It tells the staff you are ready to check in. Here's my passport. Always give your passport when checking in for an international flight. I have one bag to check in. Use this if you have luggage that goes into the plane's storage area. I have one carry-on bag. This is for the small bag you take with you inside the plane. Practice together. Let's practice. I will say the phrase, and you repeat after me. Hello, I'd like to check in. Please. Repeat. I have a reservation. Repeat. Here is my passport. Repeat. I have one bag to check in. Repeat. I have one carry-on bag. Repeat. Excellent. Speaking out loud will help you remember the phrases faster. Extra tip. When you speak to airport staff, always smile and speak slowly. Even if your English is not perfect, your kindness will help communication. Also, if you do not understand something they say, you can use this phrase, could you please say that again? This is polite and will help you hear the information more clearly. At airport security, after check-in, you usually go to security. This is where they check your bags and you walk through a scanner. Here are some useful phrases. Do I need to take off my shoes? Do I need to take my laptop out of the bag? Can I keep my jacket on? These questions will help you understand what to do during security checks. Practice again. Repeat after me. Do I need to take off my shoes? Repeat. Do I need to take my laptop out of the bag? Repeat. Can I keep my jacket on? Repeat. Good work. Remember, at the airport, clear and short questions are best. Great. You now know how to check in at the airport and go through security. In the next part, we will learn how to find your gate, ask for help inside the airport, and understand boarding announcements. Stay with me. These next phrases will make your travel much easier. Finding your gate and boarding the plane. Review and motivation. We learned important airport phrases for check-in and security. You practiced speaking them out loud, and now you know how to handle those first steps when you travel. That's a great start. In this part, we will focus on what happens next. Finding your gate, asking for help, understanding signs, and boarding the plane. These are essential steps before your flight leaves. Section 1. Asking for directions in the airport. Airports can be very big and sometimes confusing. You might need help finding your gate, a bathroom, or a restaurant. Here are some polite and simple phrases you can use. Excuse me, could you tell me where gate 25 is? Always start with, excuse me to be polite. Where is the nearest bathroom? This is useful and easy to remember. Where can I get something to eat? Great for finding restaurants or food courts. Which way to the international departures? Use this if you are looking for flights that leave the country. Practice together. Let's say them slowly, and you repeat after me. Excuse me, could you tell me where gate 25 is? Repeat. Where is the nearest bathroom? Repeat. Where can I get something to eat? Repeat. Which way to the international departures? Repeat. Well done. Remember, your tone of voice is as important as the words you use. Speak clearly and politely. Section 2. Understanding airport signs. Many airports have signs in English. If you know the common words, it's much easier to find your way. Here are some important ones. Departures, flights leaving the airport. Arrivals, flights arriving at the airport. Gate, the area where you wait before boarding your plane. Check-in counter, where you give your ticket and luggage. Baggage claim, where you collect your bags after a flight. Customs, the place where officers check what you bring into a country. You do not need to memorize every word in the airport, but these are the most common and useful. Practice tip. When you see a sign in English, read it out loud to yourself. This will help you remember vocabulary and improve your pronunciation. Section 3. At the boarding gate. When you reach your gate, you might hear announcements or see information on a screen. Here are some phrases and questions you can use. Is this the gate for Flight 237 to London? This checks that you are in the right place. What time will we start boarding? Boarding means getting on the plane. Has the flight been delayed? Delayed means the flight is late. Do I need to show my boarding pass now? The boarding pass is the paper or digital ticket you use to get on the plane. Practice together. Repeat after me. Is this the gate for Flight 237 to London? Repeat. What time will we start boarding? Repeat. Has the flight been delayed? Repeat. Do I need to show my boarding pass now? Repeat. Excellent. If you practice speaking these out loud, you will feel ready for real situations. Section 4. On the plane. Once you board, you may need to talk to the flight attendants. Here are some useful phrases. Could you help me find my seat? Where can I put my bag? Could I have some water, please? How long is the flight? These are short, polite, and very easy to use. Practice again. Let's say them slowly. Could you help me find my seat? Repeat. Where can I put my bag? Repeat. Could I have some water? Please. Repeat. How long is the flight? Repeat. Extra listening tip. When the crew gives instructions in English, focus on keywords. For example, fasten seatbelt, turbulence, or landing. You do not need to understand every word, just listen for important ones. Transition to next part. You now know how to ask for directions in the airport, understand signs, and speak to staff before and during boarding. We will land at your destination. go through immigration, and learn phrases for collecting your luggage and finding transportation. This is where travel English becomes even more exciting. Arrival, immigration, and collecting your luggage. Review and motivation. In the last part, you learned how to find your gate, ask for directions, understand airport signs, and speak with the flight crew. Now, your plane has landed. You are in a new country. It's exciting, but the first steps after landing can be a little confusing if you don't know the right English phrases. In this part, we will learn how to go through immigration, collect your luggage, and prepare for your next step, transportation. Section 1. Going through immigration. When you arrive in a new country, you will usually meet immigration officers. They check your passport, visa, and travel documents. Here are some questions they might ask, and how you can answer. What is the purpose of your visit? They want to know why you are in the country. You can answer, I'm here for vacation. I'm here for business. I'm visiting family. How long will you stay? Example answer. I will stay for 2 weeks. I will be here for 5 days. Where will you be staying? You can answer, I will stay at the Hilton Hotel. I'm staying with friends. Do you have a return ticket? Example answer. Yes. Here is my ticket back to my country. Practice together. Let's practice answering clearly. Repeat after me. I'm here for vacation. Repeat. I will stay for 2 weeks. Repeat. I will stay at the Hilton Hotel. Repeat. Yes. Here is my ticket back to my country. Repeat. Excellent. Remember to speak slowly and smile. Immigration officers appreciate calm, clear answers. Section 2. Collecting your luggage. After immigration, you go to baggage claim to get your suitcase. Here are some useful phrases. Where is the baggage claim area? My bag hasn't arrived yet. I think my luggage is lost. Can you help me find my suitcase? Practice together. Repeat after me. Where is the baggage claim area? Repeat. My bag hasn't arrived yet. Repeat. I think my luggage is lost. Repeat. Can you help me find my suitcase? Repeat. Section 3. If your luggage is lost. Sometimes, luggage does not arrive with your flight. Don't worry, airlines have a system for finding it. Here's a useful conversation. Excuse me, my luggage did not arrive. Staff. Can I have your baggage claim ticket? Here it is. Staff. Can you describe your bag? It is a black suitcase with a red tag. Always keep your baggage claim ticket safe. Without it, it is harder for the airline to find your bag. Section 4. Customs. After collecting your luggage, you may have to go through customs. This is where officers check what you are bringing into the country. Common questions include, do you have anything to declare? If you are not carrying restricted items, you can say, no, I have nothing to declare. Are you carrying any food or plants? If yes, answer honestly, yes, I have some packaged snacks. If no, say, no, I do not. Are you carrying more than $10,000 in cash? If no, say, no, I am not. Practice together. Repeat after me. No, I have nothing to declare. Repeat. No, I do not. Repeat. No, I am not. Repeat. Great job. Being polite and honest makes customs quick and easy. Moving to transportation. After customs, you will leave the airport. You might need a taxi, bus, train, or a ride service like Uber. In the next part, we will focus on exactly what to say in these situations so you can get to your hotel or destination without stress. Moving to transportation. After customs, you will leave the airport. You might need a taxi, bus, train, or a ride service like Uber. In the next part, we will focus on exactly what to say in these situations so you can get to your hotel or destination without stress. We will go step by step through transportation, how to get a taxi. take a bus or train, and use ride-hailing apps in English. This will make the journey from the airport to your destination easy and stress-free. Transportation from the airport to your destination. Review and motivation. In the last part, you learned phrases for immigration, baggage claim, and customs. Now you are ready to leave the airport. But how will you get to your hotel or your friend's house? In this part, we will focus on transportation taxis, buses, trains, and ride-hailing services like Uber or Grab. You will learn exactly what to say so you can travel safely and without confusion. Section 1. Taking a taxi. When you leave the airport, you might see a line of taxis. Before getting in, it's important to know a few key phrases. How much to the Hilton Hotel? This is to check the price before you agree to the ride. Can you take me to this address? Show the driver the address on your phone or on paper. Can you use the meter? Please. The meter calculates the price based on distance and time. Please drop me off here. Use this when you want to stop somewhere. Practice together. Repeat after me. How much to the Hilton Hotel? Repeat. Can you take me to this address? Repeat. Can you use the meter? Please. Repeat. Please drop me off here. Repeat. Tip for taxis. Always ask the price first if there is no meter. This can help you avoid paying too much. If the driver does not speak English well, show them the address written clearly. Section 2. Taking a bus or train. Public transportation is often cheaper than taxis. At the airport, you can look for signs that say bus station or train station. Here are useful phrases. Where is the bus stop? Which bus goes to the city center? How much is a ticket to downtown? Where can I buy a train ticket? Practice together. Repeat after me. Where is the bus stop? Repeat. Which bus goes to the city center? Repeat. How much is a ticket to downtown? Repeat. Where can I buy a train ticket? Repeat. Extra listening tip. When someone tells you a bus number or train platform, repeat it back to them. For example, you. Platform fear. Staff. Yes. Platform far. This helps avoid mistakes. Section 3. Using ride-hailing apps Uber, Grab, Bolt. In many cities, you can use apps to book a car. The driver will usually see your location and destination, so you don't need to explain much. Still, you might use phrases like, "Are you here for John?" Always check the driver's name and the car number. "Could you wait a moment? Please." Use this if you need more time before leaving. Can you take the fastest route? Can you take the scenic route? Scenic means a route with nice views. Practice together. Repeat after me. Are you here for John? Repeat. Could you wait a moment? Please. Repeat. Can you take the fastest route? Repeat. Can you take the scenic route? Repeat. Section 4. Asking for help in transportation hubs. Whether you are at a bus station, train station, or taxi stand, you may need help. Here are some polite questions. Where can I find a taxi? Is this the right platform for the train to Paris? What time does the last bus leave? Does this bus stop at the airport? Practice again. Repeat after me. Where can I find a taxi? Repeat. Is this the right platform for the train to Paris? Repeat. What time does the last bus leave? Repeat. Does this bus stop at the airport? Repeat. Now you can confidently take a taxi, use buses and trains, and even order a ride through an app. We will arrive at the hotel together and learn the most important phrases for checking in, asking for services, and making your stay comfortable. Checking in and staying at a hotel. Review and motivation. You learned how to travel from the airport to your destination using taxis, buses, trains, or ride-hailing apps. Now, you have arrived at your hotel. This is the place where you will rest. But first, you need to check in. We will learn the most important English phrases for hotels from check-in to asking for services, and even how to deal with problems politely. Section 1. Checking in at the hotel. When you walk into the hotel, you will usually see the reception desk or front desk. This is where you talk to the hotel staff. Here are some useful phrases. Hello, I have a reservation under the name Smith. Use this to tell them you booked a room. Replace Smith with your own name. I booked a room for 3 nights. This is helpful so they know how long you will stay. Here is my ID and credit card. Many hotels will ask for these when you check in. What time is breakfast? This is a friendly question that also shows interest in the hotel's services. Practice together. Repeat after me. Hello, I have a reservation under the name Smith. Repeat. I booked a room for 3 nights. Repeat. Here is my ID and credit card. Repeat. What time is breakfast? Repeat. Section 2. Asking for services. After you check in, you may need something from the hotel staff. Here are common requests. Could I have an extra towel? Please. Could you send someone to clean my room? Is there Wi-Fi in the room? Could you help me with my luggage? Practice together. Repeat after me. Could I have an extra towel? Please. Repeat. Could you send someone to clean my room? Repeat. Is there Wi-Fi in the room? Repeat. Could you help me with my luggage? Repeat. Section 3. Asking for local information. Hotel staff can help you with information about the city. Try these questions. Where is the nearest supermarket? Can you recommend a good restaurant nearby? How can I get to the city center? Is it safe to walk around here at night? Practice together. Repeat after me. Where is the nearest supermarket? Repeat. Can you recommend a good restaurant nearby? Repeat. How can I get to the city center? Repeat. Is it safe to walk around here at night? Repeat. Section 4. Dealing with problems. Sometimes, you might have a problem in your hotel room. Here are polite ways to talk about it. The air conditioning is not working. There is no hot water in the shower. The TV is not turning on. Could you please fix it? Practice together. Repeat after me. The air conditioning is not working. Repeat. There is no hot water in the shower. Repeat. The TV is not turning on. Repeat. Could you please fix it? Repeat. Extra tip. When reporting a problem, always stay calm and polite. Hotel staff will want to help you more if you speak kindly. Now you know how to check in, ask for services, get local information, and handle problems in a hotel. We will go out into the city and learn essential English for restaurants ordering food, asking about the menu, and making special requests. Section 1. Getting a table. When you arrive at a restaurant, you will usually speak to a host or hostess. Here are some useful phrases. Table for 2, please. Replace 2 with the number of people. Do you have a table near the window? A polite request if you prefer a certain spot. We have a reservation under the name Lee. Use this if you booked a table before. How long is the wait? Useful if there are no tables available immediately. Practice together. Repeat after me. Table for 2. Please. Repeat. Do you have a table near the window? Repeat. We have a reservation under the name Lee. Repeat. How long is the wait? Repeat. Section 2. Looking at the menu. After sitting down, you will get a menu. Here are phrases to use. Could I see the menu? Please. Do you have an English menu? What do you recommend? Is this dish spicy? Practice together. Repeat after me. Could I see the menu? Please. Repeat. Do you have an English menu? Repeat. What do you recommend? Repeat. Is this dish spicy? Repeat. Section 3. Ordering food. When you are ready to order, use these phrases. I'll have the chicken. Please. Could I have the vegetarian option? I'd like the soup to start. Could I have this without onions? Practice together. Repeat after me. I'll have the chicken. Please. Repeat. Could I have the vegetarian option? Repeat. I'd like the soup to start. Repeat. Could I have this without onions? Repeat. Section 4. Ordering drinks. You can also order drinks with these phrases. I'll have a glass of water. Please. Could I get some tea? Do you have fresh juice? I'd like coffee with milk. Practice together. Repeat after me. I'll have a glass of water. Please. Repeat. Could I get some tea? Repeat. Do you have fresh juice? Repeat. I'd like coffee with milk. Repeat. Section 5. Special requests. Sometimes you need to ask for something extra. Could I have an extra plate? Could I get some more bread? Can I have the dressing on the side? Could you make it less spicy? Practice together. Repeat after me. Could I have an extra plate? Repeat. Could I get some more bread? Repeat. Can I have the dressing on the side? Repeat. Could you make it less spicy? Repeat. Section 6. Paying the bill. When you are finished eating, you need to pay. Could I have the bill? Please. Can I pay by credit card? Do you accept cash? Keep the change. This is for giving a tip. Practice together. Repeat after me. Could I have the bill? Please. Repeat. Can I pay by credit card? Repeat. Do you accept cash? Repeat. Keep the change. Repeat. Extra tip. In some countries, tipping is normal. In others, it is not expected. Always check the local customs so you know what is polite. Shopping and asking for prices. Review and motivation. In the last part, we enjoyed a meal in a restaurant and learned how to order food, make special requests, and pay politely. Now, let's move on to another fun part of traveling shopping. Whether you are buying clothes, souvenirs, or local products, knowing the right English phrases will make the experience easier and more enjoyable. Section 1. Entering a store. When you enter a shop, the staff might greet you. Here's how you can respond politely. Staff. Hello. Can I help you? You. Just looking. Thank you. If you are not ready to buy yet. Staff. How can I help you? You. I'm looking for a gift. Staff. Welcome. You. Thank you. Practice together. Repeat after me. Just looking. Thank you. Repeat. I'm looking for a gift. Repeat. Thank you. Repeat. Section 2. Asking for prices. When you see something you like, you may want to know the cost. How much is this? How much are these shoes? What is the price of this bag? Is this on sale? Practice together. Repeat after me. How much is this? Repeat. How much are these shoes? Repeat. What is the price of this bag? Repeat. Is this on sale? Repeat. Section 3. Talking about sizes and colors. If you are buying clothes or shoes, you might need a different size or color. Do you have this in a larger size? Do you have this in a smaller size? Do you have this in blue? Can I try this on? Use this for clothes in a fitting room. Practice together. Repeat after me. Do you have this in a larger size? Repeat. Do you have this in a smaller size? Repeat. Do you have this in blue? Repeat. Can I try this on? Repeat. Section 4. Negotiating or asking for a discount. In some countries, bargaining is common. In others, prices are fixed. If bargaining is okay, here are polite ways to ask. Can you give me a discount? Is this your best price? Can you make it a little cheaper? I'll take it if you give me a better price. Practice together. Repeat after me. Can you give me a discount? Repeat. Is this your best price? Repeat. Can you make it a little cheaper? Repeat. I'll take it if you give me a better price. Repeat. Section 5. Paying for your purchase. When you are ready to buy, I'll take this. Please. Can I pay with a credit card? Do you accept cash? Could I have a receipt? Please. Practice together. Repeat after me. I'll take this. Please. Repeat. Can I pay with a credit card? Repeat. Do you accept cash? Repeat. Could I have a receipt? Please. Repeat. Extra tip. If you are in a market and the price is too high, it's okay to say, thank you, but I'll think about it. This shows you are polite but not ready to buy. Now you can confidently greet shop staff. Ask for prices. Talk about sizes and colors. Negotiate politely. And pay for your purchases. We will learn how to ask for and to understand directions, an essential skill when exploring a new place. At the airport. From check-in to boarding. Welcome back. In this part, we are going to focus on airport communication. Many travelers say that airports can be stressful. There are so many things happening at once. Check-in, security, boarding gates, announcements. But with the right English phrases, you can handle every step confidently. 1. At the check-in counter. When you arrive at the airport, the first thing you usually do is check in for your flight. Here are some useful phrases. I'd like to check in, please. This is the basic way to start. Use it with a smile. Here is my passport and ticket. Always give your travel documents right away. Could I have a window seat? Please. Or, if you want to sit in the aisle, could I have an aisle seat? Please. Can I check in my luggage? This means you are giving your suitcase to the airline to put in the cargo hold. How much is the baggage allowance? This is useful if you are not sure how many bags you can take for free. Example dialogue. Passenger. Good morning. I'd like to check in. Please. Staff. Sure. May I have your passport and ticket? Passenger. Here you go. Staff. Do you have any luggage to check in? Passenger. Yes. 1 suitcase. 2. Going through security. Security checks can be stressful, but with simple English, you can move through quickly. Useful phrases. Do I need to take off my shoes? Should I remove my laptop from the bag? Do I need to take out liquids? Remember to listen for instructions. Security officers often speak clearly, but you can always ask, could you please repeat that? 3. At the boarding gate. When you arrive at your gate, you might hear announcements. Sometimes, it's hard to understand airport announcements because of background noise. Here are phrases to help. Is this the boarding gate for Flight 325 to London? What time will boarding start? Has the flight been delayed? When will we start boarding? Example dialogue. Passenger. Excuse me. Is this the gate for Flight 218 to Tokyo? Gate agent. Yes, it is. Boarding will start in 20 minutes. 4. Common airport announcements. At airports, you often hear messages like, this is the final call for passengers on Flight 108 to Singapore. This means you must board now, or you will miss the flight. Your flight has been delayed due to weather conditions. This means the plane will leave later than planned. Now boarding rows 20 to 30. This means only passengers in seats in those rows can board now. Tip. If you cannot understand the announcement, go directly to the gate counter and ask politely. Fiang. On the plane, talking to the cabin crew. When you are inside the plane, the flight attendants are there to help you. Useful phrases include, could I have some water? Please? Do you have a vegetarian meal? May I have a blanket? Could you please help me with my bag? Practice exercise. Let's practice together. Imagine you are at the check-in counter. Repeat after me. I'd like to check in. Please. Here is my passport and ticket. Could I have an aisle seat? Please. Good. Now imagine you are at the gate. Is this the boarding gate for Flight 215 to New York? What time will boarding start? Encouragement. Remember, airports can feel busy and stressful, but you don't need to know perfect English to travel confidently. You only need a few polite and clear phrases. Use them with a smile, and most airport staff will be happy to help you. We will talk about English phrases for hotels, how to check in, ask for services, and handle problems during your stay. This will be very useful for any traveler. At the hotel, check in, check out, and requests. Welcome back. In this part, we'll focus on useful English phrases for staying at a hotel. Whether you are checking in, asking for services, or checking out, knowing the right words will make your stay much easier and more enjoyable. 1. Checking in. When you arrive at your hotel, go to the reception or front desk. Here are the most common phrases. I have a reservation under the name, your name. Example, I have a reservation under the name John Smith. I'd like to check in, please. This is the standard way to start. Can I have a room with a view? Use this if you want a nice view from your window. Is breakfast included? Always good to confirm. What time is checkout? This helps you plan your departure. Example dialogue. Guest. Good afternoon. I have a reservation under the name Maria Lopez. Receptionist. Welcome. May I see your passport? Please. Guest. Sure. Here you go. Receptionist. Your room is ready. Breakfast is from 7 to 10 a.m. 2. Asking for services. Once you're in your room, you might need something. Here are polite ways to ask. Could I have an extra towel? Please. Can I get a wake-up call at 6 a.m.? Could you send someone to fix the air conditioner? Is there free Wi-Fi? Where is the gym located? Tip. Always say please when making requests. It makes the conversation friendly. 3. Handling problems. Sometimes things don't go as planned. Here's how to politely handle problems. There seems to be a problem with the shower. The TV isn't working. Could you help me? The room is too noisy. Could I change rooms? Example dialogue. Guest. Hello. I'm in room 302. The air conditioner isn't working. Receptionist. I'm sorry about that. I'll send someone to check it right away. 4. Checking out. When you are ready to leave, go back to the front desk. I'd like to check out. Please. Can I leave my luggage here for a few hours? Could you call me a taxi? Could I have a receipt? Please. Example dialogue. Guest. Good morning. I'd like to check out. Please. Receptionist. Sure. Did you take anything from the minibar? Guest. No, I didn't. Receptionist. All right. Here's your receipt. Have a safe trip. Pink. Practice together. Repeat after me. I have a reservation under the name Anna Lee. Could I have an extra pillow? Please. I'd like to check out. Please. Good. Practicing these phrases will help you speak naturally when you travel. Encouragement. Remember, hotels are used to guests from many countries, so don't worry if your English isn't perfect. Speak slowly, be polite, and smile. You'll almost always get the help you need. We will cover English phrases for restaurants and cafes, how to order food, ask about the menu, and handle the bill. At restaurants and cafes, ordering, asking, and paying. Welcome to our final part. Today, we're going to learn English phrases for enjoying food and drinks while traveling. Whether you're having breakfast in a small cafe, lunch in a busy restaurant, or dinner in a fancy place, these phrases will help you feel confident. Bet. Getting a table. When you arrive at a restaurant, here are some ways to ask for a table. Table for 2. Please. Change the number as needed. Do you have a table available? Can we sit outside? We have a reservation under the name, your name. Example dialogue. Customer. Hi. Table for 4. Please. Waiter. Right this way. Would you like to sit by the window? Customer. Yes. Please. 2. Asking about the menu. Once you sit down, you might want to ask, could I see the menu? Please. Do you have a vegetarian menu? What do you recommend? Is this dish spicy? What is the soup of the day? Tip. If you have allergies, always ask, does this contain nuts? I'm allergic to seafood. 3. Ordering food. When you're ready, I'd like the grilled chicken. Please. Can I have the pasta without cheese? I'll have the same as him. Could I have some water? Please. Example dialogue. Waiter, are you ready to order? Customer, yes. I'd like the seafood salad. Please. And a lemonade. Waiter, sure. Anything else? Customer, no. That's all for now. Fear, during the meal. If you need something while eating, could I have some more bread? Please. Can I get another drink? Excuse me. Could you bring some extra napkins? Bien. Asking for the bill. When you're finished. Could I have the bill? Please. Can we pay separately? Do you take credit cards? Example dialogue. Customer. Excuse me. Can we have the bill? Please. Waiter. Of course. Here you go. Customer. Do you take credit cards? Waiter. Yes. We do. 6. Complimenting the food. It's always nice to give a compliment. Everything was delicious. Thank you. The soup was amazing. We really enjoyed our meal. 7. Practice together. Repeat after me. Table for 2. Please. I'd like the grilled fish with vegetables. Could I have the bill? Please. Great. The more you practice, the more natural these phrases will feel. Congratulations! You've now learned essential English phrases for traveling from the airport and hotel to restaurants and cafes. With these expressions, you can communicate more easily, make your trip smoother, and enjoy every moment abroad. Remember, English is not about being perfect. It's about being understood. Speak with confidence, smile, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Safe travels, and keep practicing your English wherever you go.